Very well. Sorry about the few minutes. We joined in our live class late, so we're having a network glitch. That was the reason why we came in a little bit late. But we are back, fully back, and ready to begin. So please confirm you can hear me, confirm you can see me, and confirm you're ready to learn French with Topfrançais today. So if you know you're ready, I want to see your comments. I'm ready to see your comment in the chat. I like to see your bonjour. I like to see your salut. And also, you can also tell us where you are joining us from. Bonjour, chérie. Bonjour, Merit. Bonjour, Jennifer. Bonjour, Elizabeth. Salut, salut, salut. Hello. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. It's good to have everyone here. So, we'll be talking about partitive article. Thank you. We're talking about partitive article today. All right, partitive articles, right? So while we were sending the live link for those that are part of our Topfrançais community, we said something. Why do you usually see je mange du riz? Why is it not je mange riz? That is what we want to see in today's class. Okay, that is what we want to see in today's class. Why is it je mange du riz and why not je mange riz? Je mange du riz meaning I am eating rice. But why is it je mange riz? That should actually mean I am eating rice. So now what is the purpose of this du here? That is what we want to see in this live class. So now to tell you something, especially when you're talking about food, there are times you have articles, like almost all the time, you have articles before the food. Please, I'd like to confirm everyone can see me. I'd like to confirm everyone can see me. I know you had a bit of network glitch. Please, can you all see me? Can you hear me? Okay, please confirm you can see me, confirm you can hear me. Okay, thank you, Alvin. Merci. Okay, so now particular article for the masculine, the feminine, the vowel, and the plural. That is what we want to look at today. So it applies mostly when talking about food. Okay, applies mostly when talking about food. So the example we gave, don't forget we use du for masculine, dollar for feminine, do-l apostrophe for both masculine and feminine that begins with a vowel, and we use they for plural. So now let's look at the example. Something like je mange du riz. Literally saying I am eating some rice. So this du here, it means some. Or you could also say I am eating rice. Je mange du riz could also mean I am eating rice. So take note, it is now du because riz is what? Is masculine. Okay, so I've said earlier that when is a masculine word, when you have it before a masculine food, it's du that comes before it. Okay, so we use this du when we are not sure of the particular quantity we are talking about. So when you are not sure of the quantity, when you are not sure of the exact quantity you are using, you use du. So je mange du riz, I am eating rice. Please take note, I did not say riz. I said riz, riz, because the Z is usually not pronounced. Take note of that. Now the next one I want to now use is apple. Okay? Tu manges de la pomme. Do you see that? Tu manges de la pomme. So now it's meaning you are eating apple, you are eating some apple. So, but if I want to be specific, right? If I have a particular apple I'm telling you about, I could just say tu manges une pomme. Tu manges une pomme, meaning you are eating an apple. Or tu manges la pomme, you are eating the apple. But when it gets to a stage when you are not sure of the exact quantity, you don't know whether you want to say a apple or the apple, you just want to say you are eating apple, you must add your partitive article. You must add it. So now, why is it dollar? Why is it not do? That's because pomme is a what? A feminine noun. Don't forget, this partitive article most times, it applies when you're using food. When you're talking about food, most times. Most times. Okay? So in French, this is what it means. That if you don't know the specified amount of food you are talking about, you must add the article before the food. I repeat, if you do not know the specific amount of food, or if you cannot relate whether it is a definite food like the apple or an indefinite food like an apple, you must add your partitive article. Please take note of that. So I want to say you are eating apple, right? I will say tu manges de la pomme. But now I'm a bit specific. You are eating an apple. Une pomme. You are eating the apple. La pomme. But our focus now in this class is the partitive article. The partitive article. Now let's look at the next one. Do el apostrophe. Right? So something like he is eating pineapple. Let's look at that. Il mange de l'ananas. Look at it. Il mange de l'ananas. Il mange de l'ananas. Meaning he is eating pineapple. So what is pineapple in French? Ananas. 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 The S is pronounced. Okay? The S is pronounced. Alright? So il mange de la. Now look at it here. Now what's the article here? Do el apostrophe. Why is it do el apostrophe? Because this thing begins with a vowel. Whether it is masculine, whether it is feminine, it begins a vowel. So it becomes what? Do el apostrophe. Because I'd like to confirm everyone can hear me and see me. Okay, I just want to say, why French cannot just assume banana is an Arabic. No, banana is banan. Banana is banan. You can see it. Adetoru. Banana is banan. Okay? But pineapple is ananas. Ananas. French is so sweet. Interesting, trust me. It's an interesting language. Okay, so you see that now. It's not do el apostrophe. Why? Because this thing begins with a vowel. So once it begins with a vowel, don't forget, whether it is masculine, whether it is feminine, you must do your do el apostrophe because it begins with a vowel. You see that now? So please take note of this. So il mange do the el apostrophe ananas. Il mange de l'ananas. Il mange de l'ananas. He is eating apple. But don't forget, we are using these articles. Why? Because we are not specific. We do not specify the exact amount that this boy or this guy is eating. You get it? But if I want to say he is eating the pineapple, you know what I'm going to say? I will say il mange. What is the? El apostrophe, then ananas. You see that? He is eating the apple. If I am specific about, sorry, it isn't the pineapple, sorry about that. If I am specific about the pineapple, I will not need to add my partitive article. I will just go straight to say, il mange l'ananas, is eating the pineapple. But once I am not specific, I will add my what? Partitive article, is eating pineapple. Il mange de l'ananas. Please take note of that. Alright? So let's get on now to the next part. So don't forget it applies most times with food. When you do not have the specified amount of food you're talking about, you add your partitive article. Let's start from the top. Je mange du riz. Je mange du riz. I am eating rice. But if I want to say I am eating the rice, who's going to tell me that in the chat? I am eating rice. So yeah, the rice. I'm being specific now. I am being specific now. Who's going to tell us quickly before we go? I am eating the rice. The rice. Okay. What the merit? I'm not sure I know what you said. I am eating the rice. Quickly. Okay. No. No. When you're being specific, it's le riz. Le riz. Le riz. Okay? Alright, what is Sherry write? Okay, it is low. Don't forget now. It is low because this du is masculine. The du already tells you it is masculine. Okay, let's see what Yvonne. Okay, Yvonne got it. Je mange le riz. No, it's not la. It's not la. How do you know it's not la? Because I told you that we use du for masculine words. And now, so I said I am eating rice. I am eating rice. There's no specified amount. I'm eating rice, du riz. But I am eating the rice. So because this one is du, I automatically know that it is already masculine. So if I'm being specified, the rice will not be le riz. Please take note of that. The next one, tu manges de la pomme. You are eating apple. I don't know the amount of apple you are eating. I just know you are eating apple. Tu manges de la pomme. So now let's be specific. You are eating the apple. It's been from one challenge to another, but we're going to do this class. We're going to do this class. Please confirm you can hear me. Confirm you can see me. Confirm you can hear me, please. Oh, sorry. It's a bit rough, but I will just try to explain. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Thank you. So, as I was saying, so it becomes tu manges la pomme. You are eating the apple. But when you are not specific, tu manges de la pomme. You are eating apple. Now the next one we had is il mange de l'ananas. He is eating pineapple, right? Il mange de l'ananas. So we use the do and L apostrophe because ananas is masculine. However, it begins with a vowel. So whether it is masculine or feminine, in as much it begins with a vowel, it becomes do and L apostrophe. Like we have here, do and L apostrophe, de l'ananas. Okay, so another example now is the day. Don't forget that we use day for the plural. We use day for the plural. So I want to give you an example like you are eating apples. You are eating some apples, or let's use she now. She is eating some apples. We are going to start with L. Sorry. Elle mange des pommes. You can see that. Elle mange des pommes. She is eating some apples. So now, the other one, let's use E again. Is eating some pineapples. We say il mange des ananas. Il mange des ananas. So now, why is it des ananas? Because it's now in the plural form. So ananas is the same way, masculine and singular or plural. It's spelled the same way, whether it's singular or plural. Like most times in French, when the singular word ends with S, you don't have to add any extra S to write in the plural form. I repeat, most times in French, when the singular word ends in with letter S and you want to now write it in the plural form, you don't have to add an extra S. So you can see now the first one, elle mange des pommes. She's eating some apples. So now because pomme has an S, because pomme is in the plural form, it's now D-E-S, de before pomme. But when we add pomme in the singular form, she's eating apple. She's eating apple. We wrote, you can write elle mange de la pomme. But now, since it's now in the plural form, elle mange des pommes. Elle mange des pommes. Take note of that. So, we'll just try to give other examples, right? So now, let's say something like, he is drinking water, right? He is drinking water. Or let's use he is drinking water. So I'm going to write it for you. Yeah, you're going to fill in the gap. Okay? So he is drinking is il boit dash. Then you're going to complete it. Water is E-A-U. Water is E-A-U in French. Oh. So now, what are you going to use to complete that? Who's going to tell us? What would you use to complete that? Is drinking water. What would be the partitive article before the O? Can anybody tell us? Wow, I want to write it clearly. So what's going to be before the O, before the E-A-U? Is drinking water. Okay. All right. Yvonne, very good. Very good. Okay, let's see now. Lilian, very good. So, il boit de l'eau. You can see that. Very good. We all got it. Il boit de l'eau. Why? Because water begins with a vowel. You see that? Very good, Elizabeth. Because water begins with a vowel. So, whether it is masculine, normally water is feminine. You understand? So, whether it is masculine or feminine right now, it does not matter. What matters is that it begins with a vowel. So, since we are not specific, we're going to use do L apostrophe before the water. Now, let's have one more. I am eating banana. Okay, I'm going to write that for us down here. Je mange. So, you're going to complete it. Then banane. Okay, je mange dash banane. So, how do you say I am eating banana? I'm so sorry if the board is not very clear. It's just been so much challenge today, but I put it as a thing that I must hold this class today. So I'm not going to allow anything stop me from having this class today with everyone here. So sorry if it's not very convenient, but I care about you. That's why I'm still here and I did not end the class. Okay? So now how do you say I am eating banana? Okay, let me just give you a clue. Banana is feminine. Banana is feminine, it's not masculine. Let me just give you the cue first. Banana is feminine, it's not masculine. So Elizabeth, you might have to look at that again. Elizabeth, you might have to look at that again. So let's see what Lillian Cooks wrote. Lillian Cooks says, je mange de la banane. Okay, alright. Alright, but Mary already wrote it in the plural form. Okay. Let's calm down. Okay. So if it's the singular, right? Lillian got it. Je mange de la banane. Because banana is feminine and singular. But let's write it in the plural form now. It will not be je mange des bananes. I'm eating bananas. So you're going to add an S to your banana. That's what Merit did. Look at that. You're going to add an S to your banana. Yes, Elizabeth, don't cry. Sorry. You don't have to cry. Okay, you're learning. Alright? Banana is feminine. Yes, it's feminine. So you see it now. Je mange de la banane. I am eating banana. It's singular. But the next one says je mange des bananes with an S added to the banana. Meaning I am eating bananas. You see that? Okay, someone says my voice is breaking. Sorry, can we all hear me clearly now? Can everyone hear me clearly? Sorry about that. Because I'd like to confirm you can hear me before I'll continue this class. Livia said my voice is breaking. Okay, alright, okay. Okay, alright, okay. So like I was saying now, je mange de la banane. Banana is feminine. Know that already. Banane. I'm eating banana. But in the plural form now, je mange des bananes. You see that? Other than S with the banana now. Why? Because it's now in the plural form. I am eating bananas. Some bananas. So because I am not being specific in that sense, that is why we must add the partitive article before it. So I'm going to add one more for you to fill up here. Okay, I'm going to add one more. Just one more on top so you can fill it up. Okay? So let's give example of what? Think of the food I like in French. Okay, so I'm going to give yam. So ignam is yam. Ignam is yam. So how do you tell me I am eating yam? How do you tell me I am eating yam? Then I'm going to add one more. Okay, so yam is, well, whether it's masculine or feminine, I don't think it matters right now. Honestly speaking, whether it is masculine or feminine, I don't think it matters right now. And the next one is pepper. You are eating pepper. Okay, so let's write the first one. Fill in the gap. Okay, that's what we're doing now. Fill in the gap, and we'll be done very soon. Fill in the gap. Okay, so now how do you say I am eating yam? Je mange dash ignam. Then how do you say you are eating pepper? Tu manges dash poivron. So take the poivron is masculine. Alright? Poivron is masculine. Okay, Elizabeth wants to be the first to get this one. Like, I must get it. Why won't I get it? Elizabeth, you did very well. Okay? So, je mange de l'igname. Je mange de l'igname. So, the next one, who's going to tell us? Okay, no, that's not correct. That's not correct. You are eating pepper. And pepper is singular here. And it is masculine. You are eating pepper. And pepper is singular. And it is masculine. So, who is going to tell us? Elizabeth, that one is not correct. Oh, you are going. Okay. Yvonne, very good. You are eating pepper. Tu manges du poivron. You see that? Very good. Very good. Why? Because poivron is what? Masculine. Masculine. Poivron is masculine. So because it is masculine and singular, it's not poivron, Merit, it's poivron. Tu manges du poivron. Tu manges du poivron. You are eating pepper. So let's not forget, we use du before a masculine noun. Or let's talk about food now. Food, when the food is masculine, the noun is masculine and it's a food, you use du. When it's feminine, you use dollar. When it begins with a vowel, whether masculine or feminine, you use do, l, apostrophe. And when it's plural, you use they. Alright, so please, let's all take note of this. Don't forget, we use partitive article when we are not exactly sure of the quantity. I am eating rice. I must add my partitive article before the rice. Because I'm not telling you the particular amount of rice I'm eating. You are eating apple. Because I am not specified, you are not specified, you are not specific of the amount of apple you are using. That explains why you must add your partitive article before it. So thank you everyone. I'm really sorry about how today's class went, right? But it's determination to ensure that I teach you today, no matter the situation, no matter the challenge. And je suis désolé, I'm sorry, but moving on, we'll try to overcome all these challenges so we can have very conducive and convenient time while we are learning. So that will be all for today for partitive articles. So don't forget to join our Wednesday live class by 9 a.m. what? I promise you it's going to be better, to be in better condition. that time when we'll be having the class. And of course, before we go, don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe so you do not miss out on any of our live class. And anyone that you know that wants to learn French, you also do not miss out on any of our live classes. Thank you. Merci à tous. Merci beaucoup. So now I'll show my face, and that will be all for today's class. I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned something. Okay, even if it's not perfect, I hope you learned something in today's class. I hope you learned something in today's class. Okay, thank you everyone. Merci à tous. Au revoir. Bonne journée or bonne nuit, depending on where you are in this part of the world. Okay, Yvonne, yeah, merci, Dorian, you're welcome. I'm always happy to come before everyone to teach you French and ensure that you are making progress. Au revoir. Bisous, see you on Wednesday. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Au revoir.